I'm going to show you how to record some reflective learning into your Pallant dashboard document area. So go to Google and sign in with your Pallant Medical email address and your password. Again, getting into the Pallant dashboard, we can either do that by going via mail, or now that your Google Plus is set up, to the Google Plus button. I'm going to go through mail. Here we go, it's loading the Pallant dashboard. So to go to the Appraisal Toolkit, click on Sites, go to Browse Sites, the members only website here, cupboard. You can also access the cupboard through a link from the Pallant Medical website, but that's an alternative way to do it. So I'm still within the Pallant dashboard. Going into the Appraisal Toolkit area, it tells you a bit about how the Appraisal Toolkit works, but before I want to record my learning, I want to make sure that I've got somewhere to record it. And by clicking on the ePortfolio button, it shows you how to set up your ePortfolio document area. So by going into the documents, I'm going to click on a new tab here. By clicking on documents, this is a typical document area. Remind me later. So this is one I've set up already for Bart Simpson, and there's his other files: personal, account, CV, but here I've got his ePortfolio. Click on the little arrow to the side and you can see I've already got 4 collections for him. I'm going to add some more collections for him now. So click on the ePortfolio, going to add some further ones within there. I'm going to click on the new collection button. I'm going to add one called patient feedback. Which I've now got. We're inside the patient feedback one. Clicking back on ePortfolio again, I'm going to add a 6th one in here called complaints and compliments. And just to make them look better, I'm going to give them each colour. And this one here. There we go. So now we have the 6 collection areas. So going back into the cupboard now, I'm going to go to the CPD section. It's got a small explanation here about continuing professional development and recording that for appraisal. But here are 4 forms to record both your learning and then how you've then reflected upon that learning. The first one is for meetings, presentations, and after reading a journal, say. Another one is after having received feedback from a colleague, maybe a significant event, or just sort of bumping into them into a corridor. And another one here is after a consultation. If you've got a particularly interesting encounter with a patient, you can record your learning on that. This 4th one here is actually a spreadsheet, and that allows you to set up a form where you can actually then collect a record of interesting patients that you've come across. But for the purpose of this one, I'm going to record as if I've been to an educational meeting. So I'm going to click on the link, and that comes up with a template of the reflective learning form. And here I can put in today's date, the venue where the meeting took place, the name of the speaker, and the title of the talk. So this is what I'm going to use. So I'm going to click on Use this template. And now this is copying this into my document collection here. I'm going to call this something else. I'm going to call it, I'm going to name it by the year we're in, 2012. The month we're in, and the date, so the 11th of January 2012. Recording dates in that format keeps them in alphabetical order, and it's going to be on respiratory. There we go. So you can now see it's got its new name. I can go ahead and add the details in these boxes as I've described. And this tells you what did I learn and what will I do differently in the future. So this is where you can actually start typing. So for example, new treatment, and I can make notes as I go along. Apart from the spelling mistake, by clicking return I get a new tab, a new bullet. By pressing the tab I indent, and I can type something there. Pressing return or return again brings the bullet forward. So this, if you like using bullets, that's a way to do it. And then obviously once you've recorded your learning points, you can then work your way through the reflection questions, fill them in, and if it was a Pallant Medical organised event, or even if it wasn't, you can click on this link here, or if you've printed this out to take with you to a meeting, you can scan that in using your iPhone or Android or Windows mobile phone, and that will take you to a survey, a short questionnaire for our Chambers lead partners and our educational lead partners to learn more about how you found the event. So that is an example of reflective form. I'm going to click on my documents now. That's going to take me back to my main documents area, and you can see it's put this at the top of my screen, but I want to actually put it into my ePortfolio, into the CPD section, which is there. So I'm going to highlight it, click on it, and just drag it into my CPD, hover it over there, let go, and it's now been moved from my general collections area to CPD. So when I then click on my CPD, there it is inside there, and that is me having found the cupboard, gone to the Appraisal Toolkit, and recorded and reflected upon a learning event.